शुरू करें फिर आज का स्ट्रीम। देखते हैं कौन कौन है आज मेरे साथ यहाँ पर इस लाइव स्ट्रीम पर। Well, दोस्तों, here we are, just 4 days on from the one-day World Cup final between India and Australia, which Australia's team, under the brilliant Pat Cummins, rightfully snatched away from Rohit Sharma's team to make it their own. We are back here talking about, yes, India versus Australia. Can you believe it? सिर्फ 4 दिन हुए हैं उस फाइनल को और इंडियन क्रिकेट फैंस को दुख झेलने का, दुख सहने का, दुख और गम को बुलाने का मौका ही नहीं मिला कि आज से एक 5 मैच की T20 श्रृंखला शुरू होने वाली है बिटवीन अ वेरी डिफरेंट लुकिंग इंडिया, लेट्स बी ट्रूथफुल हियर, एंड अ समवट डिफरेंट लुकिंग ऑस्ट्रेलियन टीम। ये अगर हम बात करें पूरे साल को तो ये ऑस्ट्रेलिया का 5वां सीरीज है यही इंडिया में। जी हाँ दोस्तों, ऑस्ट्रेलिया आई थी बॉर्डर गवास्कर ट्रॉफी खेलने, उसके बाद 3 वनडेज खेली, उसके बाद घर गए, एशेज वो सब हुआ, फिर ये वापस आए, 3 वनडे खेले वर्ल्ड कप से पहले, वर्ल्ड कप जीते। वही टीम जो अक्टूबर 15 को 10 में से 10 थी पॉइंट्स टेबल पर, उसी टीम, लाइक आई सेड, अंडर द ब्रिलियंट पैट कमिंस, went on to win the World Cup. And while the majority of that squad is gone home, there is a fifth series for Australia on Indian soil starting today. आप में से बहुत लोग सोच रहे होंगे ये क्यों हो रहा है, क्या ये जरूरी है, इज दिस सीरीज रेलेवेंट, व्हाट इज द पॉइंट ऑफ दिस सीरीज, क्यों 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 इंडिया 5 बार ऑस्ट्रेलिया को होस्ट कर चुकी है इस साल। तो दोस्तों, जवाब ये है कि भाई अंतरराष्ट्रीय क्रिकेट है, सिलसिला चलेगा, कारवां चलेगा, क्रिकेट हैज टू गो ऑन। यू कैन कॉल इट द insatiable appetite of the Indian cricket fan, the insatiable appetite of the BCCI and the host broadcaster। भैया इंडिया जब खेलती है तो पैसे ही पैसे ही पैसे बनते हैं बहुत बहुत लोगों के लिए। And 194 days from now there is the T20 World Cup starting in the West Indies। लेकिन मेरा ये मानना है कि अभी BCCI, selectors, team, खुद players उस T20 World Cup के बारे में नहीं सोच रहे, because they've hardly had time to grieve over the loss experienced in Sunday's final at Ahmedabad. We have this series, 5 T20s दोस्तों across 11 days, और उस सीरीज के कुछ 4-5 दिन बाद टीम साउथ अफ्रीका जाएगी, वहां पहले T20s खेलेगी, वहां वनडेज खेलेगी, फिर वहां टेस्ट मैच खेलेगी, और जो आखिरी टेस्ट मैच है नए साल में उसके केवल 4 दिन बाद इंडिया और अफगानिस्तान एक 3 T20 मैच की श्रृंखला खेलेगी, जिसके कुछ 7-8 दिन बाद इंग्लैंड आएगी और एक 5 टेस्ट मैच की सीरीज शुरू होगी, जिसके बाद कुछ 2.5 हफ्ते बाद आईपीएल शुरू होगा। तो इट्स जस्ट the merry-go-round, the roundabout, the revolving door scenario that is international cricket. And when you're an Indian player, you just have to front up and play every single game that comes your way. फॉर्मेट की बात करें, चेंज हो चुका है T20 फॉर्मेट में काफी समय से, शायद वेस्ट इंडीज टूर में बैक इन जुलाई अगस्त India have not played T20Is, and there's just 3 members of India's World Cup squad in the T20 squad. Suryakumar Yadav, the captain for this series, Ishan Kishan, who played 2 matches during the World Cup and ran drinks and did some fielding in other matches, and then Prasidh Krishna, who was a late add up to the squad when Hardik Pandya was officially ruled out. वहीं ऑस्ट्रेलिया ने परसों तक 8 वर्ल्ड कप ओडीआई स्क्वाड के खिलाड़ी शामिल किए थे अपने T20 स्क्वाड में, लेकिन परसों खबर आया कि डेविड वार्नर's gone back, but there are still 7 members of Australia's World Cup squad in this T20I squad, including Steve Smith, Glenn Maxwell and Adam Zampa, among others. तो जाहिर सी बात है कि ऑस्ट्रेलिया की टीम काफी तगड़ी लग रही है as compared to the Indian team. But look at the Indian team. It's a squad made up of experienced players, yes, but a lot of young players. It's players who went to Ireland. It's players who went to the Asian Games and won gold. And there's a couple of players who've been around for a bit longer. Inexperienced squad है, पहली बार सूर्यकुमार यादव कप्तानी करेंगे इस टीम की across these five T20s. And like I said, 4 days after this T20 series ends, India play another T20I series in South Africa. हो सके स्क्वाड वहां पे डिफरेंट हो। रोहित शर्मा, विराट कोहली, जैसे कि मैं कह चुका हूं पूरे साल, पिछले साल के अंत में अनऑफिशियली एक कम्युनिकेशन गई थी बीसीसीआई सेलेक्टर्स को कि रोहित शर्मा और विराट कोहली को ना सेलेक्ट करे। दैट्स व्हाई सिंस नवंबर 10th of last year, यानी कि 1 साल से ऊपर विराट कोहली और रोहित शर्मा नहीं दिखे किसी भी T20 स्क्वाड में। शुभमन गिल, श्रेयस अय्यर, जसप्रीत बुमराह, बहुत प्लेयर्स हैं जो यहाँ पे रेस्ट मिला है। हार्दिक पांड्या is not back. That's why we see a bunch of not new names because they've been around for the last few months. You got Tilak Verma, you got Yashasvi Jaiswal, Rinku Singh, Avesh Khan is around. Jitesh Sharma, the keeper, he's around. But I think as long as Ishan Kishan is the keeper, it's going to be tough for Jitesh Sharma to get into the ODI, the T20 11, at least for the first three matches. Ruturaj Gaikwad is the vice captain for these three matches. And for the last two matches, Shreyas Iyer will link up with the squad. And given the fact that he's vice captain, it seems he will definitely play these two matches. Like I said earlier on this live stream, what is the relevance of this series? 194 days remain for the T20 World Cup, but are these five ODIs really being seen by the BCCI, by the selectors, by the management? Reports that Rahul Dravid will not be continuing on as coach, or rather, he will not have his tenure extended. VVS Lakshman tipped to be India's coach in white ball cricket for the time being. Are all these factors just 4 days after India's abject performance in the World Cup final? Are all these factors any indication that the Indian team and the selectors are looking at the T20 World Cup in June? I think no. I think this is just a very low key, a very ill-timed series because, frankly, I don't see too much interest in this series. The interest will pick up in the new year once officially that countdown to the T20 World Cup goes on. और लाखों करोड़ों इंडियन फैंस होपफुली उम्मीद रखेंगे कि हाँ T20 वर्ल्ड कप में कुछ ट्रॉफी आ जाए इस टीम के नाम. Well, that was me getting off. Let's see कि आप लोग को क्या लगता है. दिवेश ने मैसेज डाला लेकिन दिवेश ने मैसेज हटा दिया. अनूप कह रहे हैं हाँ बहुत पसंद है इंडिया को ऑस्ट्रेलिया जब तक मारेंगे नहीं तब तक घर छोड़ेंगे नहीं ऑजीज को. जोक्स अपार्ट ऑस्ट्रेलिया T20 स्क्वाड मोर स्ट्रांगर देन इंडिया. बिल्कुल सही कहा. Kiran saying the pressure that the Indian team faces can't be compared with any other sports team. This might be one of the major reasons behind defensive approach during important matches. I don't know, Kiran. I honestly don't know. Um, Pressure. Again, we're digressing here. 4 days. Was pressure actually the reason why India scored four boundaries in 40 overs? मैं तो कह चुका हूं बहुत बार इस स्ट्रीम पर और जहां भी मैं गया वर्ल्ड कप के बाद कि जो 28 साल से तकरीबन 27 साल से मैं क्रिकेट देख रहा हूं मैंने इतना सरप्राइजिंग चीज नहीं देखा कि कोई इंडियन टीम 40 ओवर में केवल चार बाउंड्रीज लगाए. इतनी कोई बेहतरीन बॉलिंग नहीं थी, इतनी कोई बेहतरीन फील्डिंग नहीं थी कि आप 40 ओवर में, दैट इज वन बाउंड्री एवरी 10 ओवर्स, आपके पास इंटेंट ही नहीं था. बस विराट कोहली को 100 मारना था. केएल राहुल, पता नहीं केएल राहुल क्या क्रिकेट खेल रहे थे. 107 गेंदें खेलकर केवल एक बाउंड्री. सूर्य कुमार यादव होपलेस, जडेजा होपलेस. whatever it is, पिच टफ थी, कंडीशन टफ थे, अच्छे स्लो बॉल, अच्छे कटर्स, बेहतरीन फील्डिंग. As good as Australia was, it does not, to my mind, by any cricketing logic, cricketing means, justify India's batting hitting a collective four boundaries in 40 overs. I don't think, that is pressure. I think something very, very strange happened that day. They collectively lost their marbles. Maybe they were caught up by the occasion. Maybe they were caught up by milestones. We know KL Rahul has said in this World Cup that he wanted to get to 100. Virat Kohli has been playing for hundreds. I'm not blaming these two individually, but like I said that day after the match, something very, very strange happened when this mighty Indian batting team had a collective shutdown. And in 40 overs, आप खुद अपने दिमाग लगाइए, सोचिए, jog your memory. Have you ever, in all the cricket that you have watched collectively, my friends, have you ever seen anything stranger than an Indian team hitting just four boundaries in 40 overs? Kiran, that's not pressure. That's not the occasion. That's something else which I'm struggling to comprehend. Anyways, moving on. Kshitish Kere, I am going to feel very uncomfortable watching this series. I would only get flashes of that final defeat. I think your flashbacks will be reduced because only Surya Kumar Yadav remains from that final in this match. But koi baat nahi. Arpit, hi Jamie. Is there some chance for Rohit and Virat to play T20 World Cup? Like I said, Arpit, it's been over a year. Virat and Rohit have not played a T20 match since November 10th, 2022. तो जब एक साल हो गए और दोनों एक भी T20 मैच नहीं खेले, अब क्यों और कैसे सिलेक्टर्स इन्हें वापस करेंगे? अगर इनको लगता है कि रोहित और विराट इंपॉर्टेंट है, are they playing this series? No. Are they going to be named in the T20 series in South Africa? No. Are they going to be named in the one-day series? Yes. Are they going to be named in the test series? Yes. Virat Kohli 35, Rohit Sharma 36. Can they play three formats? Obviously not. That was one big reason why I have heard on good account that last year Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli informed the BCCI, please हमें दोबारा T20 में select मत करना, let youngsters come in. If for some strange reason, and why I'm saying is, if they can call back Ashwin after 18 months, they can definitely call back Virat and Rohit. लेकिन विराट और रोहित को रिकॉल करने के लिए आपको उनका T20 फॉर्म देखना पड़ेगा. वो ये सीरीज नहीं खेलेंगे। जब इन दो महान खिलाड़ियों का मेन पर्पस है टेस्ट or one day खेलना, and given the amount of cricket, like I said, 4 days after this Australia series, there's a South Africa series starting. 5 days after the South Africa series starts, there's an Afghanistan series starting. And 7 days after the Afghanistan series ends, there's a 5 test match series starting between England. So उस लिहाज से अगर हम ये मान के चले कि रोहित और विराट सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है टेस्ट मैच में, तो 8 टेस्ट मैच और 3 वनडे या 4 वनडे के बीच सेलेक्टर्स इन्हें T20 कैसे खिलाएंगे, कैसे कहां इनको मौका मिलेगा? That's why I believe the answer is no. Firmly, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli will never play a T20 for India ever again. राहुल कह रहे सर माय टीम फॉर T20 वर्ल्ड कप जायसवाल, गिल, स्काई, अय्यर, तिलक, हार्दिक, जितेश, अक्षर, कुलदीप, बुमराह, सिराज। आपने 12 चुने भाई, आपको स्क्वाड के लिए 15 चुनेंगे। स्क्वाड आपकी 11 अच्छी है, लेकिन आप मुझे स्क्वाड बताइए। बट I have no issue with what you picked. It's a good team for the West Indies. I would like to see another spinner क्योंकि वेस्ट इंडीज की ट्रैक्स बहुत बहुत स्लो है। आपको कम से कम 2 स्पिनर्स की जरूरत पड़ेगी, और यहां पे आपने अक्षर और कुलदीप को लिया है, लेकिन आपके बैकअप स्पिनर्स कौन है मुझे ये बताइए। Srijan saying this is a useless series. Who cares about it? Travis Head destroy Arshdeep Krishna career. You never know. Is Samson and Chahal out of the scheme of T20 World Cup? Yes, it looks that way. Kiran saying, as we're back to T20s, what are your opinions on the increase in team and new format? Do you think T20 World Cup can replace ODI World Cup as the main World Cup? Kiran, it's going to have to, because one days are very, very poor to watch. This World Cup, from the first match to the final, आप लोग खुद मानिए मेरी बात, from the first match, which was won by 9 wickets, to the last match, which was won by 6 wickets, this was a one-sided World Cup. World Cup एक one-sided result से शुरू हुआ और एक one-sided result से खत्म हुआ। उसके बीच बहुत बहुत कम interesting matches थे, बहुत बहुत कम close matches थे। Overall, one days are really struggling, and I have no doubt that at least 8 years from now, 10 years from now, there will be no more World Cups in one-day cricket. भरत कह रहे टिकटॉकिफिकेशन क्या वर्ड है? Of cricket has stalled already after the last T20 World Cup. Oz, England had a series, and honestly, no one was interested back then. In my opinion, VCI should not go this route. I agree with you. You're very, very right. Dhruv Sinha. Hi, Jamie. Feel like ODIs was our best chance for IC Trophy. Don't think we'll do anything great in T20 eyes. I also, Dhruv, I'm on the same page. I don't think this team can win T20 trophies. And in regards to ODI trophies, we're looking at least 12 years before India can get its one-day team to a level where it can win. There's going to be no Shami, there's going to be no Bumrah, no Jadeja, no Rohit, no Virat, no KL Rahul. The youngsters are just too inexperienced. They lack in talent right now to win a World Cup. So we can forget about 27. We could maybe look at 2031. But beyond that, I mean, who knows? Is there going to be a World Cup in 2035? I don't know. Definitely, it's going to be 8 years before India can even consider winning a one-day trophy. जी भाई, मैं विशाखा में रहता हूं और आज मैच देखने जा रहा हूं। अच्छा, बढ़िया है। और मेरे हाथ में एक बैनर होगा, डियर ऑजी, इफ यू वांट आईपीएल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट देन गिव दिस सीरीज 5-0। दोस्त, आपका नाम नहीं पता मुझे क्या है, आपका असल नाम, लेकिन जानू मैं देखूंगा तुम्हें क्राउड में। जरूर ये बैनर हटाना, ठीक है? मैं देखूंगा। Arpit, can we expect any collab with the great cricketer? You know what? I have started to really, I don't like those guys. ये बहुत ही one track, ये बहुत ही opportunistic लोग हैं। और शुरुआत में जब आए थे साल 1.5 साल पहले, मुझे लगा हाँ ये कुछ कर रहे हैं, लेकिन इनका जो क्लियर एक एंटी इंडिया टोन है, जो एक नेगेटिव टोन है, लेकिन क्योंकि ये इंडिया के पैसे चाहते हैं, इंडियन व्यूअर्स के पैसे चाहते हैं, मुझे ऑनेस्टली, और मुझे कोई डर नहीं है ये बोलने में। आई कुडंट केयर अबाउट दिस। आई थिंक ये बहुत ही घटिया लोग हैं। ये बहुत चीप नियत से अपना काम करते हैं। इनको इंडिया के पैसे चाहिए। ये इंडिया आके इन लोगों ने शोर शराबा किया था इस साल, आपको याद भी होगा, बॉर्डर गवास्कर का टाइम। इनको इंडियन मार्केट की समझ है, इनको इंडियन मार्केट पे पकड़ रखना है, लेकिन कभी कभी ये बहुत ही घटिया बात करते हैं। तो नहीं, मैं इनका फैन नहीं हूं, मैं इनको सब्सक्राइब नहीं करता हूं, और जरूर मैं उनके पास नहीं जाऊंगा कुछ कलैब करने के लिए। Ashutosh, not really interested, but this is a very bad squad. Mukesh Kumar, I don't know what Mukesh Kumar is doing there. I don't know why. I mean, Avesh Khan, okay, I can understand they've gone back to him, but yeah, I mean, Mukesh Kumar is a big surprise to me. Okay, so in regards, Ashutosh, to your comment about Ravi Teja, अगर आप नहीं जानते हैं, he finished the Sayyid Mushtaq Ali Trophy with 18 wickets. He was the leading wicket taker. If you look at the top 10, or ये मैं कर चुका हूँ show से पहले, if you look at the top 20 run getters of this year's Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy, or SMAT, and you look at the top 10 run scorers of this year's SMAT, and then you compare it to the Indian T20 squad, number 12 पे जो bowling टेबल पे जो नंबर 12 पे आए थे वो है रवि बिश्नोई. Ravi Bishnoi was number 12 on the SMAT top 20 wickets table. He's in this squad. He's not there because of what he did in SMAT. He's there because of the 25 T20s he's played before India and his records. On the SMAT top 20 batting list, तिलक वर्मा नंबर 11 पे है और रिंकू सिंह नंबर 17 पे है. ना तिलक वर्मा ना रिंकू वर्मा, इन्हें सिलेक्ट नहीं किया गया इनके स्मैट रन्स पर. इनको सिलेक्ट किया गया था इनके आईपीएल सक्सेस पर, और जो इन्होंने अभी इंडिया के लिए किया वेस्ट इंडीज में, आयरलैंड में और एशियन गेम्स where the team won gold. So unfortunately, Syed Mushtaq Ali is only and only Ashutosh a means to get an IPL contract. IPL teams, IPL franchises, their scouts spend the whole Syed Mushtaq Ali trophy on the boundary looking at players. But that is the only purpose of the SMAT. The SMAT does not get you anywhere near the Indian team. The SMAT gets you an IPL contract from where, with IPL performances, you can then hope to get into the Indian team. That is the crystal clear format of how selection to India's white ball teams work. Kshitij, Indian team doesn't have a good strategist. Agreed. There's a problem in the think tank. Agreed. Somehow 360 approach was not taken for the final. We don't do homework as the Aussies, New Zealand do. Bilkul. There is no team like the Aussies when it comes to preparation planning. Go to CricBuzz and read the article by my friend Bharat Sundaresan. Look at how the Australian team used Virat Kohli's strike rate against India. The planning with Andy Flower and Andrew McDonald and all the coaches, their planning was, और कितनी सही planning थी ये. इस ऑस्ट्रेलियन टीम को सिर्फ और सिर्फ दो बैट्समैन की फिक्र थी, रोहित शर्मा or Shreyas Iyer. The Australian team, and this is an article, go read the article. The Australian team had planned to get Virat Kohli and KL Rahul to the crease as soon as possible. क्योंकि उनको मालूम था कि भले ही विराट कोहली के पास 750 रन थे, वो जोर से नहीं खेलेंगे, वो जोर से नहीं मारेंगे, वो तेजी से नहीं खेलेंगे, वो अपने 100 के लिए खेलेंगे. और उस मुश्किल पिच पर जो स्लो थी, जो लो थी, उस पर ना विराट कोहली चल पाएंगे और ना केएल राहुल चल पाएंगे. ऑस्ट्रेलियन टीम को मालूम था कि उन दोनों के बाद रविंद्र जडेजा है जिनकी बैटिंग नहीं चल रही थी, और फिर सूर्य कुमार यादव है जिनकी बैटिंग नहीं चल रही थी. The main player the Australian team wanted to get out, which is why they chose to field, is Shreyas Iyer. They had a whole whiteboard plan just focused on getting Shreyas Iyer. और हुआ क्या? एक बेहतरीन गेंद से, एक हल्की सी ढीली शॉट से पहली बॉल, पैट कमिंस की पहली बॉल पर श्रेयस अय्यर आउट हुए. इट वाज अ नियर परफेक्ट प्लान. मैं शॉक्ड हूं कि ऑस्ट्रेलिया टीम की प्लानिंग सेंटर्ड अराउंड गेटिंग विराट कोहली एंड केएल राहुल टू द क्रीज. और देखिए वही हुआ. वो दोनों इतने धीमे से खेले, 29 ओवर में केवल क्या 70 रन मारे. And the way that Virat Kohli's slow strike rate, the way that KL Rahul's slow strike rate played into Australia's plans, my friend Chitij, that just says कि ऑस्ट्रेलिया यहां पे क्यों सालों से नंबर 1 क्रिकेट टीम है. दिनेश कह रहे हम उतने ही इंटरेस्टेड हैं जितने कल मीडिया जर्नलिस्ट थे प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में. बिल्कुल, दो लोग आए थे. Yesterday Surya was talking about intent, so where was the intent? Well, Divesh, I don't want to be harsh, but I think आप लोग देख चुके हैं इस चैनल को. पूरे साल से कह रहा हूं कि सूर्य कुमार यादव को वनडे टीम में नहीं होना चाहिए. If there's one person in the media who has consistently said and raised doubts about Surya Kumar Yadav's game, it is me. आप लोग इस चैनल के व्यूअर्स हैं, आप लॉयल सब्सक्राइबर्स हो, आपने बहुत बहुत सारे वीडियोस में देखा होगा. मैंने कहा था सूर्य कुमार यादव को वनडे टीम में नहीं होना चाहिए. And unfortunately, on the biggest day of the World Cup, my point was underlined. He should not have been in this one-day squad. He's played what, 35, 36 something odd one days. He's got 2 innings to show from 35 plus one days. It just underlines my genuine concern about Surya Kumar Yadav. And I hope they don't persist with him in one-day cricket anymore. Would need a break from cricket until South African tour. Well, Ankit, you're only going to get a break for about 2 weeks because from 2 weeks from now, there's a South Africa series starting. The strongest team couldn't win World Cup. I have zero expectations for T20 World Cup, says Kiran. सही बात है. We couldn't win a less competitive 10-team World Cup. No chance we can win. It's not about having more teams, my friend. It's about having the players for the conditions. Why I'm really concerned about the T20 World Cup is it's being played in West Indies. In the West Indies, Virat Kohli struggled in the past, so that's why I'm saying he won't be there. Shubman Gill had a very, very tough time in the West Indies. Suryakumar Yadav in twice now in the West Indies has had a tough tour. Does India have the players to succeed on those slow and low pitches? That's my concern. So, देखते हैं after 194 days how close I am to that prediction. Vimal Paul is saying Indians obsessed with hundreds milestones, hurting India in knockout matches, not taking risk, fear of getting out. Vimal Paul, you've said what I've been saying for the whole World Cup. As brilliant as India were in winning matches, as superb as that team was in winning 10-0, in lifting my own hopes, in removing some of the doubts, I had no doubt. And you can go back to all my videos. I have said this. The obsession of not just the players, the obsession of fans, many fans, even on this channel, who, when they watch cricket, they want to see the individual do better. I covered what 7 matches of this World Cup, and I got first-hand reports from many of my colleagues. They said जब भी इंडिया का मैच था अगर वहां पे 40,000 लोग थे अगर 60,000 लोग थे अगर 70,000 लोग थे अगर 1 लाख लोग थे तो वो सिर्फ और सिर्फ विराट कोहली की 100 देखने आए थे. And when a cricketing nation, when a cricketing system, when the players themselves get obsessed with milestones, कर्मा नाम की एक चीज है और कर्मा जो देह घुमा के वापस आती है ना आपके पास सबक आपको मिल जाता है. तो आई होप द इंडिविजुअल्स इन दिस वर्ल्ड कप टीम हु आर प्लेइंग फ्रॉम माइलस्टोन्स आई होप दे लर्नड अ वेरी वेरी हार्श लेसन ऑन संडे कि आप गेम से बड़े नहीं हो सकते कभी. आई एम ऑन द सेम पेज यू माय फ्रेंड. भास्कर कह रहे हैं रियान पराग लास्ट विजय हजारे ट्रॉफी एंड दिस ईयर सैयद मुश्ताक अली हाईएस्ट रन स्कोरर नॉट सिलेक्टेड. Yes, that's because unfortunately Bhaskar, like I said, he doesn't do anything in the IPL. When it comes to the IPL, he's just not consistent. Also, he has a very, very different role when he plays for Assam. If Rajasthan Royals gave him a number 5 batting for the whole season, I have full faith that Riyan Parag could justify his Saeed Mushtaq Ali and domestic platform. But unfortunately, you get picked for the Indian team not based on SMAT or Vijay Hazare. You get picked for the Indian team on IPL form. And unfortunately, Riyan Parag does not have any IPL form to speak of. So, but I think he has age on his side. If he has 2 good IPL seasons, he will definitely play for India someday. Ashutosh कह रहे हैं every player has moved on apart from Rohit, Virat, and Bumrah. Not one of them have faced the press or acknowledged fans or they'll be grilled by them. Why no Tushar, Deshpande, Suyas? Suyash has only played one domestic tournament. He made his name in the IPL, but he never even played beyond club cricket. So he's too young. He's too raw. He needs to have a couple more good IPL seasons. Tushar Deshpande, I think he's 29, doesn't have pace, so I'm not surprised he's not there. Abhishek Sharma is a good name. He's been playing for a long time, but unfortunately, his competition is Ishan Kishan, Yashasvi Jaiswal, Shubman Gill, and Gaikwad, and he doesn't have those kind of numbers. So when you're trying to open, it's very very tough, my friend. 2031 वर्ल्ड कप इंडिया में होगा नहीं फिलहाल ऐसा कुछ तय तो नहीं हुआ. Why no Chahal? He's 32. You got to look forward. I'm okay with that. Start of the tournament, Nasser Hussain said it correctly that Indian bowlers cannot bat and batters cannot bowl, and that came true. बिल्कुल श्रेयांश, आप बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हो. I said all throughout this World Cup that since Hardik Pandya was ruled out or was injured, India were going to have to take a gamble, a risk in every match. And that risk was only playing 5 bowlers and having 4 bowlers who cannot bat. The brilliant part is, of those 7 matches without Hardik Pandya, that gamble paid off. India won 6 matches without Hardik Pandya. But the most important match, unfortunately, the absence of Hardik Pandya, the batsmen showed because I think Mohammad Shami came out to bat with 10, 11 overs left. And Shami, Kuldeep, Bumrah, Siraj, they cannot bat to the level required from a lower order in 1 days. And yes, Hardik Pandya's absence was felt in the 7th match that he missed. And unfortunately, that match was the final. Rahul and Jadeja should not be part of Indian white ball cricket going forward. I don't think Jadeja will. I think Rahul will because the team still has a lot of faith in him. I would personally move on from him and keep him just for ODIs. He pehle bhi keh chuka hu, but I have no doubt that Jadeja is done. So India should find players like Tim David who can hit sixer anytime. Well, Tim David cannot do it any given time. He also has struggled, but I get your point. They need to find more muscular players. आपकी बात सही है. Jay bhai, why when India goes overseas, be it SA or ban, we play on any track offered, and even if we complain, we'll be called crybabies. But I don't think Indians do complain. मुझे याद नहीं है कि कभी किसी इंडियन टीम या प्लेयर ने किसी ट्रैक को लेकर कभी शिकायत की. That's fair. Then why everyone doesn't give same courtesy? Um, Ashosh, because a lot of people are jealous. You see, you understand when the BCCI is the big bully, when the BCCI bosses you in the meetings, when the Indian team is made of superstars, बहुत लोग की जलती है. I've had WhatsApp chats since Sunday. I've had YouTube discussions. I mean comments. I've had social media comments. I've had face-to-face discussions. बहुत लोग इंडिया की हार से बहुत जलते हैं because this team obviously not just the fact because they won 10-0, but the power, the authority with which the BCCI runs cricket, that indirectly gets linked to the Indian team. So when talks of pitches being switched, when talks of tracks being slower on request crop up, people just have a genuine problem with that. And frankly, I don't really care क्योंकि लोग कुछ भी कहेंगे उनको बोलने दो. I'm just most content, not happy. I'm content with the fact that India, to my mind, do not make a hue and cry about pitches where they go. They just play cricket, be it terrible cricket, be it average cricket, be it brilliant cricket. Indian teams traditionally do not complain. Leave the complaining to others. Leave the complaining to crybabies. Let Indian cricket be judged by the cricket it plays, not the words and deeds and actions of others. I feel final was done and dusted during toss. I can guarantee you was better first. They would not have crossed 200 just like Chennai. I don't know, my friend. I don't think we can guarantee anything in regards to that final. I was very off. But yes, the fact that Rohit Sharma wanted to bat first, the toss to my mind is immaterial. टॉस के बारे में बात करने से फायदा नहीं है. अगर रोहित शर्मा ने कहा कि हाँ हमें फील्डिंग करना था, फिर हम कह सकते हैं. But Rohit Sharma said I wanted to bat. So to me, there is absolutely no valid argument in regards to that toss at the final. There's an argument regarding intent. There's an argument regarding bowling. There's an argument regarding conditions. But there's zero argument regarding the toss because Pat Cummins wanted to field and Rohit Sharma wanted to bat. So unfortunately, my friend, your argument यहाँ पे जमता नहीं है. Sushant, aren't we all thinking in hindsight? What I heard from all experts is play 50 overs. This is what KL and Virat did. Pitch didn't help. Look, yes, Sushant, play 50 overs. India did play 50 overs. But I'm going to ask you point blank since you've raised this question. Can you, Sushant, can you put your hand on your heart and say that you've seen anything stranger than 40 overs with four boundaries? Have you ever seen a batsman in a final bat the way that KL Rahul did? Have you ever seen an Indian team so spooked by the opposition? An Indian team that was 10-0 that many people believe was the best team in the World Cup. Have you ever seen them spooked? Sushant, did they have a plan? It is beyond cricketing logic. It is beyond my comprehension. And I've been watching cricket for 28 years now that an Indian team which has been 10-0 up and hopes and thinks it is World Cup winner material can score 44 boundaries in 40 overs. That's not the pitch. That's not good bowling. That's not good fielding. That's something that I'm failing to put a finger on. If you, Shashank, have the answer, please share it here. Nothing to do with hindsight. Indian team did take it deep, but unfortunately, in taking it deep, it failed to do the one basic thing a team is supposed to do while take things deep: score runs. Did they score runs? Absolutely not, my friend. We also have very smart people in cricket. Why can't we have better fearlessness and try something different? Bhaskar, if India got to the final at the risk of pissing off all the Virat Kohli bucks who were watching this stream, India got to the final not because of Virat Kohli. India got to the final because of the bowlers and Rohit Sharma. There was one man, only one man who took risks in this World Cup. His name was Rohit Sharma. In 11 matches, out of 11 matches, 9 times his risks paid off. Um, he got out. I'm not going to count the match against Australia. I'm not going to count the match against Bangladesh because he against Sri Lanka he was out for four of two balls. But in 8 matches, Rohit Sharma's risk calculation paid off. There are still people, and I'm sure they're on the stream too, who believe that India lost because Rohit Sharma played an aggressive shot in the 10th over. To me, that's just clear nonsense. Um, Rohit Sharma had taken on Mitchell Stark. Rohit Sharma had taken on Josh Hazelwood. He saw Australia's weak link. They didn't have a sixth bowler. He said, "Here comes Glenn Maxwell inside the power play. This is a very, very weak link. If I hit Maxwell now, they're going to be forced to look for a sixth bowler, which they don't have. On any other day, that ball, it is a mistimed shot. Yes, he'd gotten four. Yes, he'd gotten six. It was a mistimed shot. Any other day, it would have fallen in no man's land for 2 runs. Let's give credit to the greatest World Cup final catch, the greatest World Cup catch overall since Kapil Sharma's catch of Viv Richards in 1983. Travis Head ran 30 yards. Travis Head was almost near the boundary, just like Kane Williamson. And I can say this because I was at the Wankhede that day. When Rohit got out, Kane Williamson ran backwards from mid off to long off to take the catch. It takes brilliant catches in this World Cup to get rid of Rohit Sharma. Why am I replying to you talking about Rohit Sharma? Because, like I said, the aggression was being taken by one man, and it was just Rohit Sharma. All the others, Shreyas Iyer did have a lot of contributions. He had a big say, but the emphasis was put on aggressive batting by Rohit Sharma. And unfortunately, Shubman Gill failed to back him. Virat Kohli failed to back him. KL Rahul failed to back him. In the final, Shreyas Iyer failed to back him. Jadeja failed to back him, and Sky failed to back him. I don't know Rohit Sharma very well, but I'm willing to bet that he might not have said it in the team dressing room, but he must have gone back to his hotel. He must have had tears in his eyes when he told his wife Ritika, आज टीम ने मुझे लेट डाउन किया. और कुछ लोग हैं, इसी चैनल पे कुछ कमेंट्स आए थे सोशल मीडिया में, मैं बहुत लोग ने मुझे टैग किया इस जुर्रत से कि रोहित शर्मा ने विराट कोहली को लेट डाउन किया. नहीं माय फ्रेंड, on the biggest day the team was not let down by Rohit Sharma. The team was let down by the other 10 players. So the intent which you speak of, the aggression, the fearlessness which you speak of, my friend, only Rohit Sharma was playing with that fearlessness. Nobody else. Shikhar saying, Jamie Bhai, who are the player you think can move forward from the current squad towards the next? One day, you're going to have to get in Tilak Verma. You're going to have to get in Rinku Singh. You're going to have to get in Jaiswal. Shubman Gill and Jaiswal should open. Virat Kohli has to go. Shreyas Iyer should bat 3. Tilak Verma should bat 4. Sky should go. Jadeja should go. They should try Arshdeep just because they need a lefty. They need to try Arshdeep in one days. I think Washington Sundar should play. Akshar, move on from Akshar. Get some young fast bowlers. Try Mohsin. Try Prasidh Krishna. Try Umran Malik. You're going to have to spend a lot of the next 4 years trying to find you bowlers because 4 years from now, you're going to miss Bumrah, you're going to miss Siraj, and you're going to miss Mohammad Shami. It's about time we include Rishabh Pant. Bhaiya, Kshitij, time ka to hai, but the guy's coming off an injury, an accident, a life-threatening accident. As of now, he's going to start playing the Ranji Trophy in the end of January, and he's not going to be picked for anywhere near the Indian team after he's played at least 6 weeks of domestic cricket. So we're a long way. Yes, I agree with you, but the time is very, very far from when Rishabh Pant resumes cricket. Give him another 4 months, he will come back. What was need of such a pitch? Nothing. I've said it before. That was a shocking pitch for a World Cup final in India. The BCCI, the Indian cricket team, they should have asked for a flat track on which their own strength, their batting could have blossomed. That was not a track for India. I'm very, very shocked by it. Shreyansh Kere, India should find more Rohit Sharma like players. भैया ऐसा होता तो यार मैं अपने जेब से भी निकालता भाई. There's a reason a Rohit Sharma comes along once every 20 years. A Virat Kohli comes. ऐसा इतना आसान नहीं है भाई. Uh, Understand that when Rohit Sharma, when Yuvraj Singh, when Virat Kohli, when these types of players, Gautam Gambhirs, when they began playing cricket, it was not dominated by T20 cricket. Players whose basis comes from first class cricket, 4 day cricket, and list day cricket, they have a longer chance of succeeding. Players right now, you're not going to find players like Rohit Sharma because his success comes from playing a lot of Ranji cricket, a lot of 4 day cricket, a lot of list day cricket. Anyone right now looking for the next Rohit Sharma, मैं आपको बोल दूं ऐसे प्लेयर नहीं आएंगे. ऐसे प्लेयर जो आएंगे वो शुभमन गिल के लेवल तक होंगे, वो ईशान किशन के लेवल तक होंगे, वो जायसवाल के लेवल तक होंगे. वो चलेंगे लेकिन वो उस मकाम तक नहीं चलेंगे क्योंकि इन प्लेयर्स की जो बुनियाद है, इट्स अ प्री T20 बुनियाद. T20 cricket at the end of the day is good for glamour, good for aggression, but it's not a foundation. T20 बुनियाद नहीं होती है greatness की. That's why इस नाचीज की राय में अगला रोहित शर्मा ढूंढना नामुमकिन के बराबर है. Kiran saying your predictions were spot on. No, I got a lot of things wrong, but thank you. SS is back with his predictions. Gaikwad, Jaiswal, Sky, Tilak, Dubey, Rinku, Akshar, Sundar, Bishnoi, Krishna, Arshdeep. Who's your keeper? You've not named a keeper, my friend. You've not named Ishan Kishan and you've not named Rinku. आपका कीपर कौन है दोस्त? दिस series is audition for Australian players for IPL contracts. नहीं नहीं ऐसा कुछ नहीं. इंग्लैंड सबसे स्ट्रांग टीम थी वर्ल्ड कप की लेकिन वो क्वालिफाई भी नहीं कर पाए. अगेन स्ट्रांग थी नहीं स्ट्रांग थी अगर वो स्ट्रांग टीम थी तो ये वर्ल्ड कप में 7 नंबर पे नहीं आती तो ये तो गलत है कि वो सबसे स्ट्रांग टीम थी. इन लोगों ने पिछले 4 साल में बहुत कम वनडेज खेले. Indian players have to carry white man's burden in their international cricket because the BCI might. That's a pretty funny but pretty apt comment. Jay Bhai, people say India should follow England T20I template, scoring as many quickly, but England didn't put any high score in 2022 World Cup until semis. So where can India find balance between tuk tuk and boom boom? Very good question. I don't know where the answer comes. I would assume the answer might come if you have more players who are not just built in one mold. I think Jaiswal is someone who can play both gears. Shubman Gill can play both gears. But I still say if you take risks, I think this World Cup has proven in the form of Rohit Sharma, in the form of David Warner primarily, and Travis Head. It's the openers in white ball cricket who are ready to take more risks that ultimately stand to gain. So I would be very, very happy, Ashutosh, if 194 days from now at the T20I World Cup, India just went hard from the start. Lose every single match. Don't make the knockouts, but show to the fans, show to the pseudos, show to the experts, show to the world that you're at least trying to keep pace with the game. क्योंकि 2022 एशिया कप में और 2022 T20 वर्ल्ड कप में आपके ओपनर्स सबसे खराब थे पावर प्ले के अंदर. I don't expect India to win the T20 World Cup, but I expect them to make a statement and show that we're not playing outdated T20I cricket. And if that means don't do tuk tuk, कर लो यार, कोई बात नहीं. Not going to watch this series since I lost the belief, but I will follow the test cricket. Good, Shanawaz. Sir, this is ODI, not T20, where all will slog. Bilkul. All are not supposed to slog, but someone has to. You can have 9 players doing tuk tuk and one hitting. नहीं. Look at the most successful team. Look at this Australian team. इनके पास 3 players थे जो मारते थे और 3 players थे जो टुक टुक करते थे. इंडिया के पास एक प्लेयर था जो मारता था, दूसरा प्लेयर ठीक ठाक मारता था और बाकी के प्लेयर्स नहीं मारते थे. इंडिया जस्ट पेड द प्राइस अल्टीमेटली फॉर प्लेइंग रिस्क फ्री क्रिकेट. और रिस्क फ्री क्रिकेट मेरे दोस्त, आप रिस्क फ्री क्रिकेट से कुछ नहीं हासिल करेंगे, चाहे टेस्ट क्रिकेट हो, चाहे वनडे क्रिकेट हो, चाहे T20 cricket हो. You need to take risks in 2023, and unfortunately for India, only one man took risks, and that's why on the biggest stage, the team that took risks, Pat Cummins took a risk in fielding. Travis Head took risks. Even from 47 for 3, Travis Head kept on hitting his shots. He played fearless cricket, just like Rohit Sharma did, and ultimately, Travis Head will be remembered far, far, far longer than Virat Kohli being man of the tournament. आपको ये बात कड़वी लगे, लेकिन ये सच बात है दोस्त. I'm a Virat fan, but he was nowhere near Rohit. He was not. He got more hundreds, he got more endorsements, the fans came to see him, he got more runs, but for me, he was not a patch on what Rohit Sharma did in this World Cup. Any possibility Rohit will come back? Already answered this question 3 times. There's always a possibility, but the answer is no. Jaiba, yes, Kick Maniac. Shubhankar, Kale is always afraid at crucial matches. I don't want to even waste my time talking about the fraud cricketer that is KL Rahul. Kshitish More, in my opinion, BCI has made cricket in India an elite sport only for VIP influencers, rich, black marketing of tickets and selling it for 30K, 1 lakh. This throughout the real fans. Nothing new, my friend. I said before the World Cup, this was not going to be a World Cup for the fans. बहुत बहुत लाइव स्ट्रीम्स कर चुका हूं और आप खुद देखिए नरेंद्र मोदी स्टेडियम की कैपेसिटी है 1,30,000 लोग. आए कितने? साढ़े 95,500 people came. That means कि 35,000 लोग आए भी नहीं फाइनल देखने. जवाब मिल चुका है लोग को, जनता बोल चुकी है. JY, please talk about the cultural difference. I know where that's coming from, and I'm not going to answer this. I know you're talking about the cultural difference with Mitchell Marsh and his kick up. अरे छोड़ो यार culture को, कोई culture नहीं है. Winning culture चाहिए आपको. Also, jokes apart, Australia, मैं वहाँ जा चुका हूँ. Australia have a sporting culture, which unfortunately we don't here in India. India need a new ODI captain. जरूर आएगा. And backed by Rohit is mental 25. I agree. Rohit Sharma's job should now be, Virat Kohli's job should now be to play until the 2025 Champions Trophy. जीते ना जीते वो छोड़िए. As seniors, as legends, as the all-time, two of the all-time best Indian white ball players, इस नाचीज की राय में विराट कोहली और रोहित शर्मा को गाइड मेंटोर करना चाहिए इस टीम को अगले 2 साल तक, ताकि 2022 सॉरी 2026 चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी जब भी खत्म हो, दे कैन हैंड ओवर द टीम टू whoever it is, भैया हमने अपनी पूरी कसर लगाई इस टीम को और भी मजबूत बनाने में. दैट वुड बी द ट्रू टेस्टमेंट टू द ब्रिलियंस ऑफ विराट एंड रोहित. विवेक सिंह, इंडिया गोइंग टू लूज दिस सीरीज एज वेल. जीते हारे भाई, ये अगर जीत भी जाए घंटा फर्क पड़ता है. दिस इज द मोस्ट इनकॉन्सिक्वेंशियल सीरीज of the whole year. No one cares about it. I don't care about it. You don't care about it. जीते भी तो क्या उखाड़ लेंगे? वर्ल्ड कप तो आप नहीं जीत पाए. In this World Cup, I saw when Rohit Sharma was batting, pitch was looking fine. But when Rohit Sharma was not batting, ball was swinging, turning, and seaming. That's also because Rohit Sharma predominantly played in the power plays. बहुत कम मैच में रोहित शर्मा पावर प्ले से बाहर निकल चुके. And overall, the pitches in the World Cup were not really conducive. A lot of high-scoring matches, but these were overall strange tracks. You saw some 400 tracks, you saw some 100 tracks. Overall, I just think these pitches were not conducive to batting the way the Indian fans and the Indian team would have expected. That's why कहीं ना कहीं रोहित शर्मा को लगा हो कि भाई आई नीड, मेरा काम है. और सिंपल सी बात है, टीम ने कहा रोहित आपको 10 में हमें कम से कम 90 रन देने हैं, और 11 में से 9 बार रोहित ने वो काम किया. So I get it. It was tough, but then it was tough for many teams collectively. I don't think Rohit Sharma ever batted more than the 35th over. He got 100. He got 2 scores in the 80s. So overall, primarily what you're seeing is Rohit Sharma negating the early movement, the early swing. Also, my friend, he took risks. जब आप क्रीज से खेलते हो, जैसे कि सूर्य कुमार यादव ने किया, जैसे केएल राहुल ने किया, जैसे कि विराट कोहली ने किया, when you're playing to be solid, be an anchor, it does make it seem like you're struggling. ये भी आपको मानना पड़ेगा. Do you think Indian players are not confident or are they underconfident? Neither. It's very tough, my friend, to say, Shreyans. It's just they were completely in awe of Australia. Australia blew them away. India got caught up in talk about the pitch. Rahul Dravid and Rohit Sharma, let's accept it. They misread the conditions. So it was not about being underconfident of choking. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. They just played awful cricket after 10 very good games, which is very surprising to me. Should Rohit and Virat still continue and test? Oh, absolutely. Virat Kohli 3 more years, Rohit Sharma 2 more years. Absolutely. I meant the difference we'd have in the dressing room then before the game. I most certainly will be thinking about not making mistakes. Who knows, man? From what I've heard, speaking to people who know the Australian team very well, जो टीम अक्टूबर 15 को 10 में से 10 थी, जिनका वर्ल्ड कप खत्म होने को जा रहा था, whatever they did to win 9 matches in a row, that's Australian cricket's DNA, that's their dedication. I said this even before the final. I expected India to win, but I said where India could come undone in the final is not knowing what to do in finals. ये इंडियन टीम 10 साल से फाइनल पहुंच नहीं पाई है, राइट? ऑस्ट्रेलियन टीम पिछले 2 साल में T20 वर्ल्ड कप जीत चुकी है, WTC फाइनल जीत चुकी है. When you make it a habit, like all Australian teams do, of getting to finals, something clicks in. Your preparation clicks in. ये इंडियन टीम 10 साल से फाइनल तक नहीं पहुंच पा रही है, तो how did you actually, despite the immense talent, despite 10-0, how did you actually expect them to cope with any pressure suddenly? बहुत मुश्किल था दोस्त. Still unable to digest the fact that India lost. Well, 40 overs, 4 boundaries, that's the reason. Irrespective of the result, how would you rate this World Cup on a scale of 1 to 10 based on all parameters? 5. 5 out of 10. The perfect farewell that Rohit and Virat deserved couldn't be achieved. I don't think they'll get it now. 2025 CT is the last hope. It is the last hope, yes. I think Aussie had no pressure from the fan base. Bilkul say also country prominent in all major events like Olympics. Bilkul. Australia, I've been there, my friend. I spent the 2015 World Cup there. इनके डीएनए में इनके जो सुविधाएं हैं, जो गवर्नमेंट के स्कीम्स हैं, हर क्षेत्र में वहां पे आपको स्पोर्टिंग कल्चर नजर आता है. तो जब आप प्रयास करते हो एज अ नेशन, एज अ गवर्नमेंट टू इनकलकेट स्पोर्ट्स फ्रॉम द ग्रास रूट्स लेवल, आप एक टॉप की स्पोर्टिंग देश हो. और अनफॉर्चुनेटली हमारी इतनी संख्या है, इतने population है, फिर भी as a sporting culture, we're so far behind. So, big factor, my friend. You think we need McCullum like coach? Yeah, maybe. Rohit Sharma wicket was the turning point of the final match because when Rohit Sharma out, Australian cricket team knows they won the final. Ravi Shankar, I'm going to have to correct you there. Australians have gone on record saying that we were not planning for Rohit Sharma, we were not planning for Virat Kohli, we were not planning for anybody else. We were planning for Shreyas Iyer. ये उन्होंने कहा था इनके व्हाइट बोर्ड टैक्टिक्स में एक नाम लिखा था श्रेयस अय्यर ऑस्ट्रेलियन टीम से श्रेयस अय्यर को जल्दी आउट करो उस टफ पिच पर उस धीमी पिच पर जितनी जल्दी और आप देख सकते हैं ऐसे आर्टिकल्स लिखे गए हैं जहां पे ऑस्ट्रेलियन टीम ने कहा था कि गेटिंग विराट कोहली एंड केएल राहुल टू द क्रीज एज सून एज पॉसिबल was where we feel we can beat India. Australian team realized on that slow track, Virat Kohli was never going to dominate. He was going to play slowly for his 100. KL Rahul would never succeed there. It was part of their planning, Ravi Shankar, to get Shreyas Iyer out and to bring Virat Kohli and KL Rahul to the crease as soon as possible. And that's why I said it before this show. I said it after the post-match show. The wicket where the match turned was Shreyas Iyer. Shreyas Iyer, after Rohit Sharma, was India's best batsman in this World Cup. He's the best player of spin in this World Cup. He's the best player who can convert starts. He does not get bogged down. He got what? Between 400 and 500 runs this World Cup batting at number 4. He was India's best middle order batsman, and the Australians planned for 3 days to get him out, and Pat Cummins needed one ball to get him out. With all due respect, Rohit Sharma's wicket did not have anywhere near as big an outcome, only because he's been scoring 40s the whole World Cup. India are used to Rohit Sharma. 4 times he got out before 50, but India's score was always 85 to 90 in the first 10. That was an expected wicket. The unexpected wicket, given his brilliant form, I mean, 77, 84, 200s, the unexpected failure of that World Cup final was Shreyas Iyer, and that is where the match changed. Because after Shreyas Iyer got out in 40 overs after his dismissal, Virat Kohli, Suryakumar Yadav, KL Rahul, Ravindra Jadeja, they got only 4 boundaries. And that, to my mind, is just unacceptable. Do you think in West Indies sluggish pitches we should consider maximizing the power play for at least 6 runs? Definitely. Very. In T20 cricket, irrespective of where you're playing now, team should be targeting 80 off the power play. कहीं भी हो आप जब 80 की सोचोगे आपको 60-65 मिल जाएंगे जब उमरान मलिक को भी ट्रैश कर दिया गया है कैसी बीसीआई पॉलिटिक्स है आई डोंट नो आई डोंट थिंक इट्स पॉलिटिक्स he just doesn't have enough good numbers to he had a terrible IPL and he's not been the same since that so कोई बात नहीं जो जिद्दी है वही जीतेगा we now move past Dravid yes Dravid is not being extended who do you think should replace him it's been reported VVS Lakshman is doing the job I believe S Iyer wicket change the game बिल्कुल मैं already कह चुका हूं no comeback रोहित and विराट नहीं वो नहीं आएंगे why did BCI ignore players like Sanju and Chahal Sanju Samson has played 19 T20Is. He's not done a damn thing. There's no point playing him anymore. And Chahal is 33. You've got to look forward. So I'm not surprised that neither of those guys were picked. The blunt answer to today's topic is no. Bilkul. Na aapko interest hai na mujhe. Anyways, guys, 48 minutes. My God, I've lost track of time. Love you all. Stick around. I'm back. I took a 2-day break. I'm back. I'm re-energized. I'll be absent for 2 days. Friday and Saturday, I'm off to Mumbai to shoot for a web series. But Sunday, I'm back to live programming. Stick around. We've got a lot of cricket coming up here. मैं आपके साथ हर रोज मिलूंगा जब shooting नहीं कर रहा हूँ. So stick around. Do subscribe. Do like. Love you all. Jai Hind.